For this week's review, we've got Sengoku Basara, Samurai Heroes. Before we get down to the gritty ditty, I'm just going to let you know right now that as this review goes along, you're going to be hearing me compare this game and Samurai Warriors 3 a lot. They share a lot in common, and you'll hear why. Now, just like Samurai Warriors 3, this game takes place during the Warring States period of Japan's history. And yes, you do play as historical characters. For the most part. For the most part? Roto, what are you talking about? Well, I'll tell you. Sengoku Basara is crazy. Let me break it down to you how crazy. Okay. In Sam Warriors 3, Tadakatsu Honda is known as the unbeatable warrior. Well, how do you get someone who's undefeatable? Okay? I'll tell you what, you make him a giant robot. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a clip and let that sit.
Look! The enemy falls! The fight just runs out of them!
I wish, my lord, that I could serve you until the end.
Yeah. Anyways, let's break it down to what Sengoku Basara is. And that is, honestly, a hack and slash just like all the other Dynasty Warrior and Samurai Warrior games, etc. But trust me, it does have plenty going for it to set it apart. For one, the story and the way it's set up as you play through the Heroes mode is really cool. Instead of picking a historical figure and playing through their stories as the battles they went through, what you do is you select from any of the characters available, and you have choices you get to make. And depending on who you attack and who you ally yourself with, the map changes depending on which places you go to, and you can get a completely different ending. For example, you know Ieyasu wins against Mitsunari, but if you play through Mitsunari's story and complete it, they win. And it's funny how some events can completely change. The game really takes its own by adding in random characters here and there and just, you know, making it feel unique. Now what about the gameplay, you ask? Well, as you can see, Sengoku Basara pits you up against a ton of enemies, just like the Dynasty, the Warriors games that you're familiar with. And this game has a smaller roster of characters, but with those characters has much more fluid animation, a wider range of moves, and heck, it is a lot of fun. This game really is a lot more about completing your objectives and beating the crap out of a lot of people. And that's one of the things I really enjoy about Basara. In other games of this series, okay, you have teammates, allies, really stupid computers, and you have to watch their back. If they're in trouble, if some characters might retreat, you have to run all the way across the map and save them. In Sengoku Basara, it's literally you. And if a second player joins you, your friend, against everybody. There are other people that can join you, but they are not important whatsoever, and you just kill. Like the other games in this genre, the leveling up system is pretty much the same. As you progress through stages and missions and stuff, you will gain experience, you'll level up, you'll gain new moves, you'll gain new abilities, you become stronger. As you beat missions, you unlock you get new items which you can use to refine and make attachments for your weapons. Of course, you get new weapons as you progress through the stages. Each character has an element. You usually get a few weapons, special elements, and as you beat campaigns, you get extra piece of equipment, special ones. They're really cool. Some of the attachments are completely unnecessary, but just add to the, at that point where if you get them, you're having a blast. I mean, who doesn't like doing this?
Time to move out. I see what's going on here. This is just like a game of hot potato.
And even though this game has about 16 characters, which is quite a bit less than Samurai Warriors 3 and other games in this type of genre, each character has a lot of depth. Every character feels incredibly unique. You will not pick another character and then pick another character and go, this guy feels kind of like the other guy. No one is alike. And there is quite the range. You got from, obviously, Yukimura Sadada and Ieyasu Tokugawa, Mitsunari, Tadakatsu Honda, Oichi, the possessed sister of Nobunaga. Nobunaga is in this game as the Demon King, but he's like one of the hardest to unlock. One of the coolest ones, I think, is Chosokabe, the anchor-wielding pirate. In Samurai Warriors 3, he fought with a lute, like a Japanese guitar. I'll take the anchor over the guitar, thank you.
It will not move!
If any foe should block my path, I will fight hard until there are none left to hinder me.
At this point, I will take a moment to talk about the music. The music in this game is cool, and it ranges from a lot of different stuff. In that stage, you heard jazz, but it can be some more oriental tunes, and there are some pretty rockin' tunes that are familiar to the Dynasty Warriors series. But it's still pretty good, fairly solid stuff. And one of the things I like too is the ridiculous opening has a cool Japanese entrance. And while I'm still on the topic of music, the voice acting in this game isn't too bad. Sure, it's melodramatic, but I don't know if any of you guys have seen the anime based off of this game. I own it. It's a pretty good anime, and the anime is just as over the top, and everyone's screaming, "Fighting Spirit!" and all, you know, all this other crazy stuff. The voices are fun. You get into it. You shouldn't be too offended by it. But I will let you know, there is no Japanese voice track. So you, like, die-hard otakus, I'm sorry. Nothing for you. The game's graphics aren't too bad itself. The main characters themselves have pretty decent models, and the cutscenes are pretty nice, but the characters that you're slaughtering to death, they aren't modeled too great, you know, but then again, you're not really paying too much attention to them. And besides the colors and the flags they wield, every army pretty much has the same people over and over again. Take that in mind. I haven't played the PS3 version, but from what I take, besides the graphics being a bit crisper and a bit more enemies on screen, there isn't really too much of a difference. The PS3 version also has some extra content in the form of you can play co-op online, but I like having the people near me. I enjoy playing this game with my friends and telling them like what path we're taking and stuff. But yeah, I've never got to a point where I was frustrated or upset because there weren't enough enemies on screen to satisfy me. There were plenty of people for you to kill. It's just kind of funny when they appear out of nowhere in front of you. So, you know.
The Maeda clan's rules are Guard Matsu, Guard Matsu, and Guard Matsu!
Anyways, I'm going to wrap up my review. My high points for Sengoku Basara is that each of the characters feel incredibly unique. The gameplay is fun, the level layouts, they all feel really interesting, the objectives have you running around, it's not just a giant empty map, the paths, the stages are fairly well detailed, and it's just a lot of fun. It takes away so much of the focus of multitasking everything and just throwing you onto the battlefield and having a go at everyone however you want with whoever you want, and I really enjoy that. The only downsides to this game is the fact that there's only two modes, the main campaign and free battle, which you can pick any character and play any map. So really, you know, you're kind of restricted into what you can do. There's no really extra modes, although all of them can play multiplayer. And I kind of missed the create a character feature, but then again, with how intricate all of these characters are, it doesn't make me feel too bad.
These are the Maeda clan's rules. Protect the clan. Perfect your skills. And most importantly, protect the clan's leader.
With that said, I give Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes for the Wii an A-. And that's my verdict. If you think it's a little high, what can I say? I'm a sucker for games that are fun, and $40 to boot. Hey, what's with all the rules?
The Maeda clan's rules are Perfect your
must!
skills! And most
guard
importantly,
must!
protect the clan's leader! What'd you say? You got them all wrong, Toshi-ie!
Hey guys, LordRoto here. What'd you think of the review? Liked it? Hate it? I don't care. Leave a comment. Well, okay, maybe I do care. But I want your feedback even more. It means a lot to me. Anyways, check us out on YouTube or www.gamersarcadia.com. And hopefully I'll see you around. Till next time, guys. Peace out.